Hey guys, Deathbyphiw here. Welcome back to my channel. There's a new retail patch note that just came out just now. We're going to go through it very quickly. It's in a short video. The notes aren't that long, but there's some big changes coming to Roadhog and some changes coming to Sigma. So stick around. So here we are, Overwatch 2 retail patch notes, May 24th, 2024. Hero updates. Biggest one coming right now is tank to Roadhog. Developer comments. Roadhog benefited greatly from the recent headshot reduction passive for tanks, so we're nerfing his survivability. Yeah, Roadhog has been so broken. I wouldn't necessarily say completely broken, but he's been really strong in the meta through all elos, especially in top 500 and that high elo. Like, he's just been so good. This change to take a breather is aimed at encouraging more mindful resource management. The change to HOG will make the ultimate more of a zoning tool while lowering its lethality, especially against tanks with their recently increased knockback resistance. So like, it was actually like low-key a big buff to HOG's ult with the knockback resistance, because his ult didn't knock the enemy tank so far away, because all tanks have knockback resistance now, reduced tremendously. So his ult was able to do more damage and it didn't knock back the tank as much, so it became much more lethal. So take a breather. Resource regeneration rate reduced from 10 to 8 per second. Maximum healing reduced from 450 to 400. Cooldown reduced from 1.5 to 1.25 seconds. So they're trying to reduce the amount of heals he takes. I think honestly it should go back to 40% damage reduction from 50%, because that was a patch a little while ago that they upped it to from 40 to 50% damage reduction. I think a little bit more, less damage reduction would be good as well. But this is quite a bit of a nerf to his take a breather ability. Whole hog knockback increased from 14 to 16. Damage per pellet reduced from 7 to 6. So they're trying to tune in here on the ult, have it do less damage, but also have its knockback increased. That means the tank goes further away at a quicker rate when they do have that knockback resistance from the last patch. So that kind of like makes it less impactful to tanks. Sigma. Developer comments. Yes, this change they shouldn't have it put through, right? So this should not have happened, right? So developer comments, our last patch aimed to make some tank ultimates more forgiving to use during combat. Sigma's flux can suffer from missing due to slight line of sight checks, but we don't believe this change had proper communication for all instances. We may return to this change for Sigma down the line with updated visuals. So his ult now requires line of sight to lift targets again. I mean, his ult is just busted now, and I'm so glad that this change went through, because man, he was just so broken with that ultimate. And he's always been a solid tank. Like, I don't think he's ever fallen down like past like high C tier, low B tier in any meta this entire season. Even when dive was hard meta, he was performing extremely well. No matter what, he's always been hovering around B tier with his ult buff and all the buffs to tanks, and moves Sig into, in my opinion, like high A tier, borderline S tier as far as tanks perspective goes. This knocks him down a little bit because his ult was just god awful and broken when facing him. So yeah, so those are all the updates that we have from the patch that went through. There were some other updates that were going to be mentioned in a Reddit post, which I will go through in detail later on and probably in a future video. But that's all we have today for these patch notes. So that's a quick and fast retail patch note. I'm happy that the developers are doing this very quickly. The last patch was on the 21st, and now another patch came on the 24th for a quality of life update to tanks that were just really excelling. HOG is doing extremely well. This should knock him down a notch and make him a little bit more balanced. I still think he's going to be really strong in the meta. And then also Sigma's ult, which we all agreed, like, he didn't need that buff. He got it. Now it's been taken away. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like these changes? Are they good for the game? I think so. What are your thoughts? I'm curious to hear what you think. And like I always say, please make sure to like this video, drop a comment in the comment section below, share this with a friend so they get the latest news, and most of all, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps me motivated to continue making gaming content videos like this. And as always, happy gaming.